It is a great pleasure and a distinct honor to officially open the 2014-2015 academic year. I've remarked in other settings, including this very occasion 1 year ago, that our opening convocation serves not just as a way to officially open a new academic year, but also as an important balance to the formal ceremonies we use to close the academic year. Opening convocation, along with baccalaureate and commencement, serves as a way to mark the passage of time according to the academic calendar, to mark the seasons of our lives while we're here, whether that's 2 or 3 or 4 years as a student, or 20 or 30 or 40 years as a member of the faculty or staff. In any case, that formality, that connection to academic tradition is an important part of our academic community and is reflected in the wearing of our academic regalia, in the processional music coming in, and in a little while, the recessional music in going out. And so opening convocation is distinctive, but it's not the only convocation program you'll be encouraged to attend this year. In fact, you've already been encouraged to attend them. Convocation comes from a Latin word meaning to call or come together, and the college offers many opportunities for you to come together throughout the year, to listen and learn and engage with each other and with a diverse group of invited guests who come to campus. These programs don't just happen, they take a lot of work. Dr. Pearson, with the help from a great many people, has put together another outstanding year of convocation programs. And the work isn't over. All the logistics involved in bringing outside speakers to campus and making sure all the individual programs go off without a hitch will keep Dr. Pearson and his student interns, among others, busy all year long. Not every college invests this much in a program like this. So why do we do it? Well, there are many ways of answering, I suppose, but they all, for me, come down to this. Bridgewater College is an academic community committed to liberal learning, to empower and motivate our students to live educated, healthy, purposeful, and ethical lives in a global society. Our goal is to prepare you to live well. That's the basis of our mission statement, and it's the animating force behind everything we do. Think about that for a second. We are a community. Dean Shepard already talked about a community. We live and learn and work and play together. Our lives, your lives, are and will be lived in communities, local, national, and global. We do things together. We take care of each other. And in this special community, this academic community we call BC, we learn together with and from each other. So coming together in convocations of all kinds is an integral part of our core mission. You'll come together in classes and in labs, certainly, but we believe that learning should not and cannot be limited to the classroom. Derek already talked about this. You'll come together every day in many ways outside the classroom, and every single one of them will be a learning opportunity. These formal convocation programs are a big part of this. They are a great way to engage new and different ideas, things you may already care deeply about or things you've never even thought of before. Coming together helps foster, helps strengthen our academic community. In really important ways, that's what liberal learning, a liberal arts education, is all about. I'm sure you've heard that a liberal arts education will make you well-rounded. Maybe you've said it yourself. At one time or another, I suppose all of us have, but I want to ask you for a favor. Please don't ever say it again. It's not that it's wrong, it's just that it dramatically understates the value of a liberal arts education and really misses the point. Being well-rounded isn't a bad thing, but it's just too superficial. Liberal learning is meant to be liberating. Its aim is to free you from the constraints of a single time or place. It's meant to free you from only thinking about things the way they've always been done. It's meant to free you to think for yourself instead of depending on someone else to do it for you. All of this requires an exploration of different disciplines and different ways of asking and answering questions. The reason you end up being well-rounded is because you study and learn in many different subject areas. But the goal isn't just to accumulate a little bit of information from many different sources. The goal is to put ideas and ways of thinking and habits of mind together in ways that will empower you to live a life of meaning, a life of purpose. This liberal learning is a kind of journey. It takes time and it takes effort. And as with any journey, it is greatly aided by the presence of an experienced guide. Guides they cannot take the journey for you, but they do walk with you. They can't prevent you from taking wrong turns, but because they're experienced and have taken wrong turns themselves, they can help you learn from the mistakes and get back on the path. Your guides are sitting right here in caps and gowns. They are your teachers, your mentors, and in many cases, your friends. And they are all here because they believe deeply in the importance and the value of this journey and want to share it with you. We use, and you'll hear, many words describing this journey of liberal learning, words like mastery, engagement, and service, around which our new general education curriculum is fashioned, and which provide a context for thinking about connections between the courses you take. Academic citizenship and the big question and finding a voice, words that help explain the framework in which you develop the skills and attitudes and habits of mind that are central to engaged citizenship, to professional success, and to personal fulfillment. Goodness, truth, beauty, and harmony. These are words that come directly from the college seal and describe a holistic education of mind, body, and spirit, and a shared mission committed to pursuing truth, to living lives tempered by beauty, to aspiring to goodness, and to nurturing harmony in our communities and in our lives. Why do we spend so much time and effort and use so many words in describing and living this journey? Why is it so important? Make no mistake, we believe that your economic success can be enhanced because of an education grounded in the liberal arts tradition. But your financial independence is just one small part of a much bigger picture. Our democracy cannot flourish economically or otherwise in the absence of an educated citizenry. The challenges we face, the challenges that you will face at the local, national, and global levels require a holistic perspective and the products of liberal learning. We need to ask not just what can be done and how do we do it, but also what should be done and how best to do it. The challenges we see around us, the ones that command our attention and make us worry, demand the attention and education of engaged citizens. This is the nature of the world we live in, the world you will be tasked with leading. So why do we care so much about what we do here? Why do we care so much about your success? Because the stakes are high and the rewards are great. And maybe we truly have been called for a moment such as this. I read a great essay by Cornell University's director of IT. Her name is Tracy Matrano. It was just last week in one of the higher ed news feeds that I read every morning. And it captured, I think, pretty well the sentiments that most of us would want to share with our students at the start of a new academic year. And since this is the official start to the academic year, fresh with opportunity and full of possibility, it seems appropriate to share her words of advice and encouragement. So first, make it count. A residential college experience like ours is a learning experience in many ways, both in and out of the classroom. Work hard, have fun. Stay on top of your courses and don't wait until the last minute to write a paper or cram for a test. Try to imagine your work for the whole semester is a big pile of bricks that needs to be moved. If you wait until the very end of the semester to start to move the pile, you won't be able to do it, and worse than that, you'll break your back trying. If you move a few bricks at a time, though, a little bit every day, by the end of the semester, the work is done. Second, try new things. Don't stay in your comfort zone with friendships, academics, or co-curricular activities. New experiences can change your life and can open doors that you don't even know exist. Third, be a good citizen. Remember, you are a member of an academic community, of this community. We live here together. Observe the rules, including and especially those regarding academic integrity and our code of conduct. Act with integrity and with respect. Think for yourself. Develop personal autonomy, your voice, while living your life here. And finally, and maybe most importantly, be engaged and participate in this process. Although we call it college, this is the beginning of your adult life. So you've been very attentive and a very polite audience, and for that I thank you. Some of you, though, in between fanning because it's hot, may have been looking at your program and wondering why this talk was called Practice. In case you haven't been counting, I've already spoken over 1,630 words. But until that last sentence, practice wasn't one of them. You can probably imagine where I'm going, but bear with me for just a minute. Practice can be used as a noun or a verb. As a verb, it means, and I did Google this, as a verb, it means to perform an activity or exercise a skill repeatedly or regularly in order to maintain or improve one's proficiency. As a noun, amongst other things, it means the actual application or actual use of an idea or method as opposed to theories about application or use. Very few people are good at anything the first time they try it. This is especially true for things that are difficult or uncomfortable. And even if they are good the first time through, they can almost always get better. There aren't many things more difficult or occasionally uncomfortable as becoming educated. It's hard work, and there are no shortcuts. Sometimes I wish I could just sit on my bike and get more fit, or imagine hitting a golf ball and improve my game. But it doesn't work that way. I actually have to do the thing to get better at it, and no one can do it for me. The same is true for this journey of liberal learning that we are embarking on together as a new academic year opens. Each of us must engage it directly and with perseverance if we are to get good or get better at it. We must perform or exercise the skills and habits of mind of educated people, of engaged citizens. We must practice. It will be hard, but one advantage of an academic community like ours is that we are here to help each other. And in everything we do, we ought to demonstrate the actual use of the ideas and methods we know to be so valuable. This is a best practice for living. So my request of you is to reflect with great care this year on everything we do together in our academic community and employ practice as both a noun and a verb when it comes to your education. Remember, practice makes perfect. Thank you.